Glad to have everybody back. We're going to pick up where we left off. And, all right.
I'm sorry.
Come on. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 16.
That will hit. And that will hit.
I would like to do a reactionary shield, please. So add +5.
Okay. In that
To both
case,
of us.
they will both miss.
Thank you very much. We would
Let's see, that'll
spend
be
that slot.
And what is your armor class you said?
Now it's 21.
21. Okay, that hits. And roll me a save. DC 12. Wisdom.
Oh, great.
Oh, man. What's your wisdom?
All right, so 15.
That's good enough. And you take 6 slashing damage. And they are done.
Can I tell from where, maybe even from where I'm standing, can I tell where the extra demons are coming from?
They're coming from...
Oh, there went all the miniatures, Rick.
Bad Rick.
No!
Okay.
Camera down, camera down.
Camera down.
It's fine. Just pick a place and leave it.
Yeah, well,
Bull elephants in China shops. I mean,
yes.
It's still
GMs.
that's
Okay, so they're coming from that way? And they run back that way when the lightning strikes?
Why is it
okay.
hanging up?
You need to stop looking at the one that's over here and look at this one.
That's
if
one
you're
I
going
am
to
looking
adjust.
at it. Are y'all enjoying this? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Where are they coming from? There's a wagon over here, and there were devils on shore. I pointed that out earlier. I even said that tonight when I was starting. Yeah.
stuff from shore to.
And the
Yeah.
quicklings are running back and forth.
I knew they were running back and forth. I just didn't remember the wagon.
Okay. And there were some devils around there that you really hadn't noticed, and they all of a sudden, we need to go
Sure.
get involved.
Yeah.
Okay. So, they are done. So
Honestly, because we're walking on water, it's difficult terrain.
yes.
And to drag a person that halves your movement anyway.
Yes.
So I'm thinking I'm only going to be able to pull him maybe a square away, which in my cat brain, I don't think that's going to be far enough to get me out of their range. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my healer kit, and it automatically brings them up to 1
Okay.
HP.
Okay, and you would also notice that these devils are attacking him, but this one seems intent on you.
On
you
me?
would see it, yeah, that he zeroed in on you. He's zeroed in on Rao, and so he's running towards you. And these devils have beards that look like they have spikes on the end of them, and they're wielding a big glaive. Okay, so Dresdenova, you
have 1 HP.
1
Yeah.
HP.
Don't I have a healing potion?
You do.
You do.
Okay. I'm just going to drink that and run.
Okay. That action. So you're moving away, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. Standing up takes half your movement.
Okay.
So you can move. We'll just give you right to there.
All right. How many hit points for healing potion?
2 D4 plus 2. And ones don't count.
2d4 plus 2. Reroll ones.
Okay. So while Dresdenova decides whether he's going to live or die, you notice that the halfling has turned his attention to the coming horde, and he starts firing his crystal-tipped arrows, and wherever they land, explosions rock, and you see drow being thrown into the air and tieflings being thrown into the air. The man that fell to earth, fell into the water, he crawls out on the other side, and he stands up, and he's shaking off his mangy hair, because he's very unkempt. And he reaches to the heavens, and you see him muttering some sort of incantation, and lightning starts streaking down from the heavens, and it's striking the ground, and it seems to be arcing amongst the mass. But they keep coming. The cobalt dragon turns his attention back to the tree and breathes on it. The tentacles can no longer reach the wizard, and they start lashing on the tree too. you notice that the armored cat looks and seems to notice y'all for the first time.
Hi, me.
And she, you can see her yelling. You can't really hear her, but you can see her yelling, and her compatriots look around too, and before they go back to resume their combat. Mr. Cade.
Okay.
Half-man, if you don't move, I'm not responsible for what happens next.
You don't have to tell me twice. Book it.
Okay, now they're both going to get
Disengage.
opportunity attacks on you.
Disengage
it's a
and run.
disengage.
Oh, it's a disengage.
Disengage
Okay.
and run.
And you're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when you're running, you can run normal. So you can dash. You can move double your speed if you choose, or you can just
Well,
move
he
your normal
already
speed.
disengages in action, so you can't.
That's
dash.
true.
Unless I used an action surge to do that, and it's not worth it.
No.
Gotcha. Okay. So there you are. All right. What would you like to do?
Wall of fire
Against devils?
60-foot line. Huh?
Against devils?
Not all devils are immune to fire.
all devils are
Are
immune.
Yeah.
all
Yes.
are immune?
Where do they live?
Find the tidal wave.
You should have let him
standing
cast
in
his
water.
fire.
No.
And also
It's all
don't.
funny.
And here's something just to remind everybody that just occurred to me. When they came out of the crystal water,
Uh-huh.
they were covered in crystal liquid. Even though the cat was,
Sure.
Morale was trying to shake it off, it wasn't shaking off. Much to her annoyance, but she soon realized that it had protective properties.
Sure.
So I don't know if y'all remember
Yeah.
what each one but when they were attacked by a particular type of,
Whatever.
yeah,
Force or energy
exactly.
or
It would give them resistance to that. So anyway,
That's fine.
Basically, everybody, including the devils, have some sort of crystal on them.
no, you don't notice any of them do.
Oh.
So they must not have immersed themselves in, or
Yeah,
they don't
so,
know, or
So yeah, we'll tidal wave, and that should reach from these guys all the way over to this little boy right here.
little boy. He's
The quickling.
okay. So
Yeah.
what do I need to do?
So you need to make dexterity saves for all of them.
All right. Okay, so that's a fail. And what is the target number?
15.
All right. And Dex is not one of their special attributes.
I imagine the quickling's gonna pass.
Only one. Oh yeah, the quickling. He doesn't even have any trouble. So you were able to get 2.
Well, if they pass, they still take half damage.
Fair enough.
Which 2 got hit?
These 2.
They're prone,
They're prone.
and they take 19 damage.
Ooh. So, the crystalline water erupts in front of them, tossing them off their feet as it rolls past. This one manages to ride it up to the surface and come sliding back down the other side, but he's off balance, and he also took some damage. So 19.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And then half damage. Okay.
And then, so what? 9 damage to the other 2 that passed.
Oh, so it's back to me.
No, I have bats, buddy.
Bats. I
And I
haven't
have
killed all
Spectre.
those bats.
And he has a specter.
Oh, and you have a specter. Roll your Constitution save to see if you still have bats.
I'm not in that aura.
Oh, you're right.
I'm good to go, buddy.
You will be in a second.
2 hits on her.
On her, okay.
So that's going to be 10 damage. to
Why
her.
is this starting to feel like us versus
Yeah.
the DM?
That's how D&D always feels. Why do you think I prefer
Always.
narrative dice? And then the one that's on the winged friend there, probably not going to hit with a 9.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
It's okay.
and-
It's just like one bat left over fluttering around his head. But seriously, I have 1 hit point left in that swarm. It's like one little bat
One
trying to
little
peck
bat
at
with
it.
a
Yeah, it's got
broken
full
leg.
damage. I mean,
Hey,
It's
that's-
a big bat.
Hey, if you get full damage on 1 HP on a swarm, I get full damage on 1 HP on a swarm. That's all I'm saying. You make the call.
All right. So he comes surfing down the wave.
Dun, 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 dun.
I tried to knock him over.
I appreciate it.
I think that
Oh,
would
you
hurt
little
anyway.
furry friend. Feel this. and he swings with his glaive, trying to do a massive cross cut. What is your armor class?
18.
18. Ooh. And you move with your cat-like reflexes
That's right.
just at the right moment.
That's right. Don't
And
you forget
then
it.
he tries to nail you with his beard, but you're able to duck out of the way just in time. And these two stand
I
up.
love hearing about all of your armor classes.
And-
Mine's a 9.
And
Got
this
mage
one,
armor.
You have to have an
Flies
opportunity
over.
to cast it.
let's see, 50 feet. Flies over
Hey,
here.
attack of opportunity, my friend. I still have a bat.
You still
He
have-
still gets to go.
Okay. Go.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know, 13.
No. All right, so.
Hey, good news, guys. That thing came over to me. You can all use spells now.
Yay!
At a whim.
That's a hit. That's a
Whoa.
hit. What's your armor class?
Yeah, I'm about to say, how
Well, I
you
rolled
know?
an 18 on the die, so that's a hit.
That's fair.
The 12 I rolled on the die may or may not hit,
My
but
AC's at
that
13.
that converts to shippity cricket. Oh my gosh, you are so in trouble. All right, so 4 hits.
Wow. Okay. Hang on, real quick. I may have you re-roll those.
Why?
I get a reaction with my staff against flying creatures to blind them.
Oh, but she's immune to blinding.
That thing is?
Yeah,
I
'cause
blinded
she
it last
casts-
time.
No, she casts blindness.
Who is attacking me?
You blinded the Mamuras.
Who's attacking me?
She is. Oh no, the
She's
Mamura.
not by
No,
me.
never mind. Go ahead. Roll. Yes.
How is she attacking me?
Agreed.
Okay, so I need to check and see what the Sky
Spatial
Blinder
awareness
stuff has
here,
to do.
people.
I know.
Spatial awareness.
Alright. Oh, I'm supposed to gain +1 to all my damage rolls. I forgot that. Flying creature I can see attacks me. Use my reaction to cast a flare. And the attacker has disadvantage on attack rolls and has to succeed a DC 15 con save or be blinded. So I would have done that before it attacked me. Things are happening so fast.
Made the con save.
Okay, so it still has disadvantage, but it's not blinded.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry about that. I was not paying attention to what was happening. I was like, how did I survive all these attacks before? Oh,
Right.
yeah, I've got a big staff.
That's right. Okay, but your armor class sucks.
My armor class does suck.
So
How many hits?
I got 3 instead of 4.
That's great.
All right, so that is 12 slashing
Okay.
and 9 slashing
Yowza. Why couldn't they do this to my...
and 11 piercing. And roll a con. You need to roll 3 con saves. And the Moonlit King.
Hang
The
on. Tell me those numbers again.
Oh my
This
gosh.
thing's going slow.
12, 11, and I think 7.
23, so 30 damage total.
Yep.
That's a... He did want to kill us this fight, guys.
He really did.
'Cause that's one of those guys.
Still
There were
does.
2 of them and a ton of devils.
And more popping up every minute.
Alright, I gotta make con saves.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get over to my save. What's my target number?
This would be
No.
easy.
Okay.
Said it would be deadly, I think is what you said.
I think something like that, you know.
Really?
I found that when I build deadly
Got 'em
encounters,
all.
they're about balanced. If I don't build a deadly encounter, it's not a challenge, you know. And they still survive. It's like they need another category of super deadly because everybody min maxes
Yeah.
their characters so much. So, did you make all your
I
saves?
made them all.
I didn't
That's
realize- I
wonderful.
didn't realize
Listen,
I don't
Rick.
have my 3rd and 4th level spells on here.
I'm a spellcaster with a bunch of concentration spells. You better believe I got resilient constitution, my friend.
Smart move. Oh, did you take fighter at 1?
No, but I've got the feat resilient constitution.
Oh.
So it lets me have advantage on my con saves.
Very good.
And I'm trained in it.
Very good. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So,
Mucho helpful.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm in
have to think
trouble.
of
I
something
didn't
else.
min-max and I can't roll to save my life.
That's not
so.
really min-maxing.
no, it
That's
isn't.
just staying alive. Rick's also warned me several times about how hard this campaign is. It's not my fault he did
Now,
that.
I do have
Yeah,
a
but I'm
specter
gonna
that is
die.
ready
That's
to hit
all
one
I'm
of those
saying.
guys.
I'm dead.
Okay. Then, in fact, did you do that on your
Do you
turn?
have Revivify?
Go ahead
or-
and actually, before she pulls her arms out and she says, "The Moonlit King will not be happy with me. The Moonlit King will not be happy with me, but I will live to fight another day. Perhaps we shall meet again in the future, or the past, or wherever we are." And she fades into
Tell the Moonlit
darkness.
King you can't handle bats.
You're bat blank crazy.
Just you wait. You ain't seen nothing yet.
That sounds like a challenge. We
It
will
is.
see you.
It is.
again.
Just stay here. We can finish it.
And she fades into the darkness.
Just her? We still have everybody
We
else?
still have everybody else.
Excellent.
She was scared.
No!
Totally scared.
I think
You
Rick
scared
was
her off.
scared.
And while y'all are okay, Morale?
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
Boom.
Okay. So she catches Spirit Guardians, and this wave of spirits start encircling her and spinning around her and interfering with the devils. And leaping through the Spirit Guardians comes an angry crystal cat.
And the Spirit Guardians look like kittens chasing yarn balls.
Absolutely.
So there's little bits of yarn hanging off of the devils, and he's doing this with his glaive. It's like,
And those sharp little claws, they really hurt.
The extra armor class is just them going. Pure shock value.
And the cat leaps on the devil that was attacking you and rakes across it, and it didn't even see him coming, and it spins and just literally rips huge chunks of flesh out of his shoulder and bites down, and just you can see a massive chunk of meat, rips it off and spits it out, and the devil is hurting.
Good kitty. That's how Rick's going to keep me alive in this game. It's the cat. It's not me.
I had to make my own bats.
He knew he had to give me something.
And just bites off and rips the head off of the devil, and the headless body falls covered in yarn and little kittens to the ground into the watery mush.
What is your
So
guardian
Spirit
do?
Guardians is 15 feet, so I think it gets the other two.
It
If
would
not,
get-
I'll step up.
Okay, so
And
tell us
it's,
what Spirit Guardians does, my dears.
Let's see. When you cast the spell, you designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. So, of course, my friends are unaffected. And then the affected creature's speed is halved in the area. And when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must take a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage, or necrotic if you're evil. On a successful save, the creature takes half.
Okay, so they won't take any damage until their turn.
Till their turn.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me to go ahead and roll?
You can if you'd like. No, we can do it then.
Then?
Just
Okay.
just don't let me forget.
Okay.
And Dresdenova.
Okay, the dragon's not crystal, right? It just
The
shot.
dragon's not crystal. No.
Okay.
But he's still slightly blurry, but he's not as blurry as he was.
Okay. I have a question for you. In web, it says if you cast it and it's not connected to anything, it collapses in on itself. If I cast it on the dragon, would it suck its wings in and let it fall out of the sky?
What is the spell?
Web.
Oh, web?
Yeah.
Possibly, but
He's not 100% on this plane yet.
Yeah.
you don't know if it's going to affect him or not.
Okay. Just whichever of the demons looks best, I'm casting Witch Bolt.
Okay, you have to get within 15 feet, I believe, or is it 30
30.
feet? 30 feet, okay. All right, but neither one of them, you want the one that's more damaged, is what you said?
No,
You can
less
tell?
damaged.
Less damaged, okay. All right, go. So do I roll a save, or it's an attack? I think it's an attack.
It's attack. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature on a hit. 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, 1d12 lightning damage.
All right, go.
I rolled 8.
I think that'll probably hit at 8th level.
Yeah.
You need a 13. They're 13 armor class. They got a pathetic armor class like our druid friend over here. You know, Mr. Big Talker over here.
Listen, I don't have a pathetic armor class, but I have dealt it, my friend. I have not been pushed over.
Attack
Oh no, but
+8.
your
Yeah,
Tyrannosaurus Rex went down pretty quick.
That's fine. That was his job.
16.
And your bats, Megan, you and the T-Rex and bats. I can tell this is gonna be a long campaign.
So 16, it does hit.
16, okay.
Need a D12.
All right, and you notice it doesn't do as much damage against him.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my gosh! So what's half of 1 is 1. Okay. All right. So
Spectre.
Spectre, go. Spectre Clouseau.
So he got a 20 to hit.
Oh, that's a crit.
It's not a nat 20.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a 20.
20, that'll hit.
Oh, I should cast this at a higher level.
So then, the last time we did that. So he got a 7.
7 damage. Okay. And is that magic damage?
No, it's just straight.
Just straight damage? Okay.
Yeah.
7. All right. And you're attacking one of these devils here?
Yeah, it was one of the ones that had gotten knocked over or whatever originally.
Oh, okay.
So-
that's...
You gotta kill that thing now that blocks your magic.
Those 3 are all hurt. Well, it's not magic.
Okay.
Never
All right,
mind.
Nevi.
Never mind. Yeah, never
All right,
mind.
Mr. Nevi.
Oh, he did. Did you already go?
Yeah.
That was
the
just my Spectre.
Oh, Cade, that's right.
So, Cade at this point, he's going to basically kind of turn where he's at because now he knows that nobody's following him. And the little winged whatever dingbat that's over here on the island.
Hit him real good. Please kill him. I mean, he's not going to stop what I'm going to do.
Again, Cade reaches out with his weapon, and you just see the double blasts come right out of the weapon.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Now, I'm no longer in his aura, right?
No, you are not. He came over to me. Rick did not like me being able to cast spells without being checked.
More bats.
You act like I've got a vendetta or something
You
like
do.
this.
Now you get a bat. You get a bat.
Yeah, just
I
wait.
still have bats.
Just wait till I bring my little mini box that produces sounds like a little cheering section over here. Yeah!
19 to hit.
That hits.
I forgot I had bats still.
So that's going to be 11 damage.
11 damage.
What was
Okay.
that?
And y'all notice all your magical attacks are not as potent against these guys as
That's
you think they should.
fine.
The devil or the bat guy?
Actually, the devils and the bad guys, all of them pretty well have magic resistance.
Okay.
So, not that I intentionally
That's
picked
for an
these
hour.
guys.
I'm fine.
Yes.
Is it my turn now?
It is your turn. And your bats, roll me your con save to see if your bats go away. Oh, and you took damage 3 times. So you had to roll your con save on every one of them. Did you do that?
I didn't. I got it. I got it. I got it.
I need your
I
dice.
got it.
Okay.
I'm rolling advantage on every one of these
Yeah, I know,
concepts.
but I
All right,
still
that was
need
for
your
last time. Now
dice.
roll your con save just from the aura. Because
Yeah.
you're starting your turn.
10 plus 5. 15.
Enough. Just
Okay.
barely.
Now that I've pulled him away from everybody so we can all cast spells for fun, I run this way and dive into the water, turning into a hunter shark while I do. And I attack this boy.
Okay. I actually have a shark in the other
Do you?
room. I do.
Bring it! Definitely want a hunter shark.
Da-da.
We'll be kind of right back. Rick's going to get me another monster.
Poor Rick.
So, I really want to ask this question because I don't play Warlocks enough, and
Okay.
obviously I don't play D&D enough.
Yeah, sure.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
Anytime you get hit.
Anytime you get hit.
Right. Well, it's not anytime I get hit. I can use it anytime I get hit, but
Yes.
it still expends a spell
Oh,
slot for me to do
I
it.
grabbed the wrong shark. but that'll
However,
That's
work.
fine. Yeah, just
Because I'm
And
a
here
warlock,
is your
it's
spectre.
always at max spell potency, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, warlocks don't have like level 1, level 2,
So
level 3
if I'm
spells.
holding
You're
level-
always at your highest level.
So
always.
if I'm holding level 3 spells and I use a Hellish Rebuke,
It's at the level.
I've got 5d10 that I'm
Right.
kicking off on a Hellish Rebuke.
yes,
Right.
you are.
Okay, duly noted. Thank you.
Of course, if you do hellish rebuke against creatures that come from hell,
It might heal him.
That is just fire damage. So
yes. Okay.
Yeah,
That's rough.
you see him smile.
alrighty,
Right? Yeah, that tickle.
we got.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Oh, I had an itch back there. I just couldn't quite get to.
All right. So somewhere that clip is going to actually be pulled apart in this, where it's just got Tama going, "Oh, they tickled."
Oh yeah, he will pull a little, So
Soundbite.
little did you know.
Careful what we say. Got
Exactly. But don't be careful what you say.
It
I
makes
got
it more
23.
interesting.
Right.
23 to hit.
To hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. And that's going to be a big 14, 18 damage.
18 damage.
And I
Ouch.
dive right back into the water.
Okay. And that is. Oh, they don't have any resistance.
Drive-by
to that
sharking?
kind of stuff.
Drive-by sharking.
Do you
So
now?
he's-
Do you
he's now
have
taken-
drive flyby? Because if not, they will get an opportunity attack. Does it say anything? Because there's flyby. I don't know if there's swim by.
I imagine they would get disadvantage on attacking a beast in water.
You would imagine, but if the rules
You
don't
would think.
specifically say that,
They don't specifically.
You can imagine a lot of things.
Okay, then I
I
don't swim
can
away.
imagine-
I bite his leg and I stay there staring at him.
okay.
Come at me, friend.
Okay.
He is. Trust me, he is.
So he has now taken. Did he have resistance to the water damage?
No.
Okay, so he's now taken like 37 damage.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I thought we
I
killed
have
the other
38,
ones.
but
Okay. I thought we had killed the other guys quicker than this, but that's okay.
Um,
Maybe it was my
no, it was just
mood.
cumulative
Slushy.
because there was
Okay.
so much damage.
That's
going
true.
on.
There was, and now I've got 4 swarms of
All
bats
right.
that are going to come
Oh,
help me.
and now it's my turn.
No, I've got 4 swarms of bats that are going to come help me.
Wait. How many? I haven't killed any
You
of
could
those?
see his face
You've
fall.
killed 2 more since the last time.
And that was it?
That was it. Because they're resistant to all the bludgeoning and piercing and slashing
No,
damage.
that's the thing with swarms. That's what I hate about swarms.
And then with
DMs
the-
hate swarms.
And then with the
Players
necrotic
do too.
damage, you didn't
Yeah.
deal very much
Sweet.
damage with.
Yeah. Of course, when the DM throws swarms at the players,
No, they're not fun. They're not
no.
Oh, I could either.
Especially swarm of deadly butterflies. There's actually the Tobavis. There's a deadly butterflies. Yes, that are so
Venomous
much fun.
That's fun.
I-
One that for
I-
sure
I'm
missed. The
just
lowest next is
speechless.
14.
Venomous
Those will hit.
butterflies.
Okay, so that's 15 damage to him.
What drugs were the person that came up with that idea on?
That might be a possibility.
Okay.
So now he's
and this
got-
is the same one that the shark.
It's the same one that the shark hit. Yeah, buddy. Get him off of here.
And before you get real comfortable with starting your people off, don't forget
It's
my
the start
spirit
of their
guardians
turn.
Would you like
So-
me to roll that?
Yes. Go ahead.
And we wonder why the DM's against us.
This is, we built a party of casters, and he was like, "I'm going to kill them all in the first session."
And
We're like,
Cade's like, and Cade's just sitting there going, "Damn it, damn it, damn it!"
They have to.
What does it say?
Don't forget this guy
What was
over
the
here.
save?
Oh, I know.
What's the save? Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh, they got a bonus to wisdom, but it's their lowest bonus. It's not enough.
All right, and I rolled 19 damage,
19 damage. Ooh.
and that is radiant, so that
they're
is
not
holy
vul-
damage.
They're not vulnerable to that.
Even if they're devils.
No, they're
okay,
not.
huh?
No.
I thought they were.
Oh, and they
thought they
have
were.
magic resistance, so that would be magic. So, but still,
He's got to try and make them live somehow,
Somehow.
so that the occasion, so that it's a
There's
little more.
only the
It's
one
deadly.
left, right?
there's only one left, except for. Oh, wait. Well, I've got a whole army of drow. What am I worried about?
That's all right. They can step
Hey,
into the spirit
drow are
guardians.
not
and-
immune to fire.
They're not, but their tiefling and devilish allies are.
That's fine.
They can
I
step
can
into
cut the
the
army in
spirit
half. That's
guardians
cool.
too.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So there's little kittens gouging in their eyes, and he's going like this, and they're wrapping yarn around him and going, oh.
Okay, I need to paint this
And they're
picture. I'm
purring.
sorry. You've got kittens going everywhere, bats going everywhere, a shark jumping up out of the water.
It's almost like it's bat kitten crazy.
It's utter chaos. Yes.
Did you expect any of this?
I just
If
have to.
someone told me
I
that
have
I
to
would be
paint that
dealing,
picture for
Don't
our
forget
entire.
the lightning bolt
and do
coming
you
down.
realize that's what I'm fighting?
And
I'm
a
not
blind
fighting
mage throwing
y'all.
fireballs.
I'm fighting bats and kittens.
And sharks.
Those
sharks,
are
yes.
us. 2 of
And-
those are
and
me.
And a crystal panther.
And there's a
crystal
demon in there
panther.
too, so I
Yeah.
mean...
Okay, so they're done.
In fairness to you, Rick, your little devil over here did not
Dad.
go.
Oh, thank you so much
wanna-
for pointing that out.
I have destroyed so many of your things. I wanted to remind you, you did still have toys.
I have toys. Flies over here.
Of course he does. As soon
Well,
as
it's
he
a good
enters
thing
the
my
Spirit
shark's not a
Guardians,
spell.
he takes...
No, he's not going to enter the spirit card. He's looking at those things
Staying
going,
a good 20 feet from me.
"Kittens?"
Because
Wait,
it's a
what's the-
15-foot
it's a
range.
15
I know.
Diameter.
Actually, kids, I always wondered, what would have happened if Princess Leia, when Darth Vader was, like going up like this, if she just pulled out a kitten and said, "Here,"
Right.
Now, is it a 15-foot sphere or radius?
You can
Radius
try
is
that in
huge.
Age of Rebellion, but we'll see how that plays out. Anyway.
Or a puppy, it's like, oh,
They
Let's not
What?
digress too far.
I can't resist. All right.
They flip
So-
around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. So it's 15 feet from me in any direction, I assume.
All right. So
Is that how you
Well,
read that?
it's a radius, so it's all
Okay. Oh,
on
I see the radius
on the
there.
ground.
Yeah.
So he does. Oh wait, let's see. Actually, his
If it's a
fly
sphere, it
speed
would
is
be
50.
up to, so he would have to stay
5,
out
10,
15 feet away, which would keep you out
Okay.
of the
So he
bubble.
swoops
Yeah,
down
is what I was trying
on
to
you.
do.
Is he going to be in a position where I will get a reactionary attack against him?
He has flyby.
Okay.
So, no. Well, if he hits you, you're talking about your hellish
No.
rebuke.
No.
Okay.
I'm out of spell slots at the moment.
Ooh.
Already?
What's
I
your armor
get two.
class? What's your armor class?
Not at level 8.
Yes, at level 8.
No.
2.
Let me. I'm gonna help you out.
What's your armor class?
16.
16. Okay, so I got 3 hits. That's 10 slashing. That's
You're gonna feel a lot better about Warlock in a
another
minute.
6 slashing. And there's another 8 slashing. So 10, 6, and 8. And you need to roll a poison save.
I am
Your
advantage
resistance,
against poison.
I think so. Okay. And the DC is 15.
Well, I got a nat 20 on it, so...
Okay, I'll count that as 2 saves. Because you have to 3 saves. You got hit 3 times. So I'll give you 2 saves for the nat 20.
Okay, so that is a 16 on that one.
All right, so you made your saves. Okay.
And how much damage?
Uh,
You went fast and then went
I
straight
did
into saves.
10, 6, and 8, I think is what it was.
And Cade falls to the ground.
Oh, that's
No, you're right.
That is
you
too
get 2.
bad.
Yeah.
I feel.
I made it with D&D Beyond, so
You're right.
I've got this. I've only got 2 slots. It's not till like 11.
It was the 9 spells known, is what I thought.
Yeah. I got
Alright.
a whole plethora of them, but I just can't use them.
Let's see.
It's a yarn. Is that what I'm gonna have to be dealing with?
So I guess I have to see if it still holds.
This is the tip. of the iceberg.
Yes. DC's 14. Dexterity.
Dex or wisdom?
Dex.
Where's my dex? So probably not. No, 10.
Okay, so the kittens all turn and look at you and go, bye bye, and they flutter off into the wind. It's still raging around you, and the storm is just whipping up. It's hard to communicate with each other because the thunder and the sounds and the wind.
Oh wait, I still get to go though, right?
You do still get to go.
Okay.
You
So
can
I'm
conjure them
gonna-
again if you want.
No, I'm just gonna go old fashioned and take my mace and try and step up and hit that dude.
All right, hit the big fat dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy.
That
No,
one.
this guy.
Nope, the bat.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
You're gonna go
That's what
there.
she's going
Okay.
I'm done with it.
Okay.
You're not done with it.
And I trip and I fall and
And if
I
cat like,
skid on my chin into its feet.
oh, did you crit fail?
Almost.
You were still looking back at where the kittens were. Oh.
And your crystalline saber-toothed panther looks back at you and shakes
Really
its head.
neat.
Go. In fact, I'll let you roll for the panther. He leaps.
No, don't let me roll for the panther. Obviously, I can't do it.
He's hoping that you can't do it.
And he leaps past you, shaking his head in disgust.
Yeah.
And that's a hit. That's a miss. And his bite missed too. And he rakes
That
across.
little bat just as hard to hit.
Is the bat on like ground level right now?
No, it's above him. But it couldn't get very far away. That's probably why you missed, because it was in the
It was
air. And
high, and I was
you were
trying
trying to swing at it. You kind of jumped a little bit and lost your footing.
Yeah, slipped on the
you know,
water.
exactly,
Slippery
you know.
surface.
She started paying attention to her paw that she needs to clean later on.
And 8 more points of damage against the bat thing,
I have
which
to stop and do that since I'm not helping in any other way.
Well, there's a halfling that's laying dead on the ground almost
Are
at this
you
point.
dead?
Yes.
I didn't realize you were dead.
He didn't flip me over, so but yes.
I think
so
quick
and
hurt.
she
Well,
she
close
tripped
to you.
over the halfling. She was running over there. And she tripped over the halfling.
I
Okay,
actually stepped
I
on your
can share
head
the
to get
same
a little higher.
halflings. I can share the same space as any other player. There's no reason for her to trip.
Except you kneecap people, so you know.
That's only when I'm hitting them.
So the crystalline cat leaps. Captain America. The crystalline cat leaps over Morale into the air and is able to grab a hold of the flying tentacles and digs its claws in as it falls back to the ground, pulling it and dragging it underneath the water.
Ooh,
Yes.
I like that.
And
Where it drowns? Is it
we don't
dead?
know. Yeah, you think maybe.
Okay.
I
And
can
the
see
cat,
underwater.
The cat's
Is it
sitting
dead?
there holding on to it. Like, hey, look what I got.
Yeah!
I got it. Look, Mom, look what I got. And it leaves the severed body at your feet.
Yay! Right. Dripping seven.
Yeah. Look.
And from the background here,
That's the other cat that's over here, Lowell.
Okay, Dresdenova.
Okay, is that demon over there the one that my lightning bolt hit?
No, that one is not. That
That
is
was
the
the one
least
that
wounded
died.
of any of them. Oh, you mean the witch bolt?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. Yes. No, your witch bolt was on another one. But
Okay.
you can switch it, right? Or does it disappear when it hit?
It just says towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target.
Okay, then
Yeah,
it
it's-
was. Yeah, it would
it's-
fade. It's only at first level, I think, isn't it?
It's a first level,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably why. Okay.
And that magic thingy.
He's gone.
He's been drugged down, and the cat is currently
So here's the question. You don't want to tell us if he's dead or not. Are we still affected by the aura?
no.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's what we need to know.
that's right. So no, the aura seems to have dissipated. You can feel, and being a wizard, you can feel the effects, and you feel like your spells are coming back to you.
Okay. Screw this. I'm casting Witch Bolt at 4th level.
You better hit.
On the demon.
Destroy him.
Nat
Nat
20.
20.
So now you can answer my question from last
Making
time.
up for me,
Do
I
spells get
appreciate it.
crits?
I need a lot of D12s.
So that's
Attack
Oh,
spells
here.
too. Yes.
That's 8 D12s. Oh my gosh.
So, an arc of electrical energy comes flying out of your hands, and you can feel, because of all the electricity in the air, it seems to be fueling, and you're pulling it into your body and channeling it through you, and it's arced out and struck this devil right in the chest.
There's
And
20.
let's see what happens.
30.
They do have magic
37.
resistance.
40. 51 points of damage.
Gosh.
And the devil seems to get a smirk like you're hitting me with magic, but the energy keeps flowing into him, and pretty soon he looks pained and he looks concerned, and his whole chest explodes in a burning mass, and he falls into the water. So,
Hi, everybody.
You're unconscious. Shut
I'd
up.
like to make my death save.
you feel the energy start to build again. The reason your spell seemed to, you could feel it wasn't from you. The energy just seemed to be building around you, and you tapped into it at the right moment, and it just channeled through you, and you feel super powerful. And as it's building, go.
Can I, as I had stepped on his head to try and swipe at that to get that pinch
Channel
to
a
swipe-
heal through
Yeah, can I
stepping
do
on
that
it?
bonus action heal to
Yes.
stabilize
You
him
can,
again?
because that's a bonus action. Yes, you could. So you heal him with your foot.
I just see it happening. This is okay.
That's par for the course for this group.
Just a thought.
Of course, it's this clawed foot scrapes across your face, but it seems to be healing your face as it.
It looks more like this. Get up, idiot!
Right?
What are you doing down there? Don't you know that's a bad place to be in the middle of a fight?
Oh, God.
Okay, so you feel the energy building, and it just the tension just seems to build. It's almost like there's a pause in the air. You can just feel it. It's like something on is just.
Oh, sorry.
No, the kittens are gone, and your crystalline cat is now on the ground with its little plaything. And it's as if something's hanging on the edge and about to drop. You notice a point of light begins to form in the heart of the tree. You can just feel it. It's this blinding light. It begins to grow. The dragon and the tentacle monstrosity seem concerned, and they start attacking with renewed intent. The approaching army begins to charge. The shadow fae and devils that you've dispatched are no longer a concern.
Just the
But
army.
just an army of drow and devils and a large, fiery whip-wielding arch devil. We don't know.
Dad?
You got 10 points back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you got 10 points
My
back.
touching you.
So what would you like to
Oh,
do?
wait a minute here. That's not.
You can play
supposed to
Dad.
work.
Play Dad.
And you notice, too, your alternate selves are even more. It seems like they're even closer to, the blurriness seems to, be almost gone completely. And they also are looking at the tree and the light. So, what would you like to do, Mr. Cade?
Well, I think Mr. Cade would like to use his second wind to add some more hit points into this equation.
Okay. That's a bonus action, though, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it is. Well, I'm going to stand up, and from where to me are the drow and everybody else? Is that all
They're
off?
all over here approaching. So the portal's way back here, and the army, and they're still coming out of the portal.
Okay.
So there are hundreds of them.
And we still have the dragon sitting up and trying to attack.
The dragon and the tentacles, and they are much more visible than they were before.
Okay.
Does the tree in the center resemble the tree that we went into in the very beginning?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's a resemblance in that they're both
They're
crystalline,
both
but this
crystal trees,
thing
but it's
is
not the-
immense.
Okay.
I know it's the same little mini, but
No, well, that was,
right.
I want
But no, it's a good
Yeah.
question.
because this tree keeps changing in front of us, I want to run up to the tree and just kind of touch it. I want to see what happens when I touch the tree.
Okay. All right. So you run up and touch it. You touch it, and you feel just electricity. You just feel the energy. It doesn't hurt you, but you can feel there's just this building of energy, and you can almost feel it, just, amping up and amping up and amping up. Okay, Nevi.
How close is the army?
You probably figure that they're probably about 100 yards,
So we got
maybe
some time.
less.
We got some time. That's
They're-
what, 10 turns for them to get
actually, they probably would have been 100 yards when they started. It's been about 4 rounds, so we'll say 50 yards, about 150 feet.
Okay. That's still a good, 3 turns before they're here. And the quicklings haven't moved, I guess?
Yeah, they're moving back. They're constantly running back and forth, but they seem to, since the devils are gone, they look confused as to what to do. So
Okay, I'm gonna swim up to that side of the shore. Okay? And I am going to polymorph into a giant ape.
oh,
And I'm just gonna stand in front of where they're wanting to go to whack them when they come up to the shore.
The shark can just eat them as they step off the shore.
Because the giant ape deals a lot more damage, and it has 160 hit points. That's why.
Okay.
Okay, we know who our tank is now.
That's why
King
I'm a
Kong
druid.
has come,
Yes.
and
so let me
the
find
army
giant ape.
has moves a little bit closer, and they
Do I
are
need to find the giant
charging.
ape?
They
Is that
are all. I don't have a giant
Are we
ape.
going to fight anything else?
Don't know. And the army
Then I'll be finding a giant ape.
has started charging this round. I mean, they're like, before they were kind of marching in order, and now you can see that the devil is just really egging them on as the light started forming, and they're just double timing it. Okay.
How bad would it be if I tried to hit the dragon with an arrow?
You don't know?
I'm asking
That
them.
guy looks good.
Oh.
Try it.
Just put him on the shoreline over here.
Yeah.
right there.
Okay, actually, but you'd be.
Well, I'm waiting on the island.
You're waiting on the
I'm
island.
protecting
Oh.
the island. Is
Gotcha.
my goal.
Oh, smart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull out the.
So the shark is gone, and that's one use of wild shape.
And you can hang on to
And
that.
Percy, will you take my guy and put him over on that leg at that corner of the island? He should be basically touching the tree right there.
Okay. So.
I'll try and hit it with my light crossbow.
Okay.
The dragon. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, and their armor class is very.
You want to step on my head again?
Apparently.
All right, Dresdenova.
Do you mind? And I'll
I'm
move
running
up to the island because I don't want to be
towards
in
the
the
tree.
water at all. anymore.
Okay,
Thank you.
and your cat follows you, and basically, it drags this over, and it's like, you want to play? It's got it in its
behind
mouth,
the ears,
you know.
good boy.
How many of the healing potions do we have?
I've got 2. That's what I bought.
Yeah, I think it was
Okay.
3. I think I told everybody they could get 3 potions if I'm not mistaken.
Because
I
I'm
also
going to
took
drink
a potion
another
of
one.
water.
I am still hurting,
Turns out I
and
didn't
I'm
need
going
it.
to.
No, it would have been handy if you had needed it. It was a smart.
I can drink one and cast a spell, right?
No, your action is to
To
drink
use
one.
act-
Unless
use
it's a
object.
bonus action.
Okay.
Unless your
I
spell's a bonus
don't
action.
think.
Take those 3 levels of rogue, buddy.
Right?
Nope.
Oh,
One
the
action.
cast
Get that
So,
thief to be able to
Um,
use object as a bonus action.
I'll drink
Oh, yeah.
it now, and then I'll do mage armor next. Well, let me do mage armor first, just in case. I'm just going to cast mage armor.
Okay. All right.
Not that it helps me a whole lot, but
Hey,
Nothing.
it starts you out at like what, 12? So you're at
it's
11.
13 plus your dexterity bonus,
so you're at
but my
12.
dexterity bonus is -1.
Okay, you notice the point of light begins to grow
Oh, I forgot
inside,
the cloak.
and it's getting brighter. And you're touching the tree. You can feel the energy building. You feel its warmth, and it begins to build. But it doesn't. It's not on your skin that you feel the warmth of the light, because the light is starting to radiate out slightly. You feel the warmth seems to be coming from inside. It almost like in your heart. You can feel that this warmth starts radiating out from your heart. The black tentacles of energy that have been holding the Fae, they evaporate. And instantly, the Grove Keepers start to move. The purple light that they've been channeling starts flowing into the sapling that you see, because you see the sapling in the center of the tree, even though the tree is there, but you can also, it's like looking through the tree, like a double image. Okay, and you can see, and they're all inside the tree too, so you see them, and you see this energy start pouring into the sapling. And then all of a sudden, you hear it. It's a beautiful note. It's just hanging in the air. You can just, it's like someone, hang a tuning fork, and it's just radiating out. But you notice that each one of them appear to be singing. Each one of the Fae, the Centaur and the Alced and the Eladrin, are singing. And they're all different pitch, but they seem to be going towards the same note. And it's beautiful and mesmerizing, and it's almost like the entire battlefield pauses. Even the dragon and the tentacles and everything just pauses. It's like the storm even is holding its breath.
I start purring.
Okay.
I grunt.
And what do you do?
Drink a potion.
Okay. And you grunt.
Oh, I don't have to drink potions. I just change into something else.
That's right. Okay. And Mrau, you're purring.
I'm purring.
And Dresdenova.
I'm drinking a potion.
Okay. And then it's like everything seems to happen at once. The battle resumes, and it's sort of like, when you get in your car and you turn on the ignition and the stereo is just blaring from what you've been listening to before. It's just the sound, everything is just overwhelming. But that note just rising into the air, it's like it's eclipsing everything else. And it seems to almost start to take shape. And the light seems to take shape. And you can see a humanoid figure seems to be rising up and unfolding out of the light. And it's spreading its arms wide. And as it spreads its arms out fully, a pulse of radiant energy just starts rolling out from it all across everything. And it washes across every one of you. And
Lord?
Do what? And it
Pronounced
blinds
cat
you,
Jesus.
but it just, you can feel your heart is just wants to explode with joy and peace. And that's where we'll end the session. Thank you. I appreciate it. One little longer than I expected. Okay.